Jimmy Butler brings the Warriors a dynamic they never had. A post-up player, a player who gets to the line and get fouled, and Jimmy Butler by himself is capable of affecting and changing the outcome of the game. This dude is almost like he bully everybody in the league, bro. He bullying everybody in the league, offensively, defensively. Now that take a lot of attention off of Steph Curry. When Kuminga come back and those other dudes can fill in the gap, you got talent and you got two polar personalities.
Anybody with Steph is good. Jimmy with Steph is great. But the biggest reason Jimmy was so important for us.
I mean, I've been a part of them making big acquisitions to change their dynamic of their team before. And had to go against them when they added Kevin Durant. So, I mean, Jimmy Butler is great, and he adds a toughness to him. He adds a championship DNA type of guy. But it's always the same. They always figure it out. They always add somebody that makes them dynamic.
The Golden State Warriors were sinking fast. 25 wins, 26 losses. The dynasty? Dead. The haters were loving every second. Stephen Curry was out there fighting for his basketball soul, while the rest of the league laughed at what Golden State had become. Then suddenly, everything flipped. One trade changed the entire story. Every so-called expert called it desperate, reckless, even stupid. They gambled everything on a 35-year-old player who'd just blown up his time in Miami with 3 suspensions and more drama than a reality show finale. Steve Kerr himself admitted the team was lifeless. And guess what happened next? They didn't just bounce back, they destroyed everyone in sight. They went on a rampage that silenced the entire NBA. This is the story of how the Warriors rose from the grave and why anyone counting them out this season is clueless. So what did they do? They went all in on one of the most polarizing players in basketball, Jimmy Butler. On February 5th, 2025, the Warriors pulled off a jaw-dropping 5-team trade, sending Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, Lindy Waters III, and a protected first-round pick to bring in the 6-time All-Star for Miami.
Jimmy Butler is on his way to the Golden State Warriors. The deal includes sending Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick, all to the Miami Heat. Udonis Haslem, you're a resident member of the Miami Heat.
And let's be real, this move was risky as hell. Butler had just gone through one of the messiest breakups the NBA's seen in years. 3 suspensions. A public meltdown with the Heat. He even told the Warriors he wouldn't sign an extension at first. The man was a walking headline, a red flag with sneakers.
I think they just got rid of what I guess they call a distraction for them. So I think both sides is actually happy with this. And the fact that Golden State got to keep Kuminga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say 51-49.
ESPN's Talking Heads didn't buy it. CBS Sports gave them a B+, decent but not special. Everyone wondered if a 35-year-old Butler, averaging just 17 points, could actually make a difference. But here's where things got juicy. GM Mike Dunleavy, who once played with Butler in Chicago, vouched for him personally. Guy's a killer. Hell of a player, he told Kerr. Kerr's reply? Perfect. Let's roll. What they needed wasn't another shooter, it was a spark. And boy, did they get one. What happened next wasn't good. It was unbelievable. In Butler's first game as a Warrior against the Bulls on February 8th, something clicked. The Warriors started winning and couldn't stop. After dropping the first 2, with Butler still settling in, they tore through the schedule. The stats are wild. Before Butler, Golden State was 25-26, stuck in 10th. After Butler, 23-9. When both Curry and Butler played together, they went 22-5. Let me repeat that, 22-5. That's championship-level dominance.
Obviously, it's not, you build relationships with guys on the team, get chemistry and things like that.
But the numbers only tell half the story. Butler didn't just bring points. He completely reshaped the Warriors' DNA. Their offensive rating shot from 18th to 8th after he arrived. their plus-minus in non-Curry minutes flipped from minus 2.9 to plus 9.9. When Butler played without Steph, they were a staggering plus 18 points per 100 possessions. That's not a typo. Yahoo Sports found that Butler created nearly 40 points per 36 minutes, combining his scoring, assists, and screens. Only Curry produced more. Steve Kerr summed it up best. The moment we traded for Jimmy Butler, we got really good. The moment Steph got hurt, we lost. Sometimes, the truth is that simple.
Well, the beauty of Jimmy is that he knows exactly who he is, and he's so good. He's one of the very best isolation players in the game. And the way we played with multiple shooters, all we had to do was get him the ball. And one of the first things Jimmy told me when he got here was, just give it to me. Like I would ask him, like, do you want it on this side or that side? I don't care. He's one of the very best isolation players in the game.
So what made it work? How did this volatile superstar, who torched every franchise before him, suddenly become the Warriors' savior? 3 reasons. 1, the skill fit was perfect. Butler isn't just a scorer. He's the ideal sidekick. The Warriors ranked 25th in points in the paint before him. Butler still bulldozes his way to the rim like few can. Kerr even called him the best isolation player in the league. When defenses swarmed Curry at the arc, Butler punished them inside. When they collapsed on Butler's drives, Curry feasted on open threes. It was basketball chess at its finest. And he changed their free throw game too. Golden State jumped from 28th to 5th in attempts after he showed up. Free points every night. 2, the Draymond factor. Everyone expected fireworks. 2 alphas, 1 locker room. Instead, they clicked instantly.
I appreciate it, but I think we got a lot of those lines. Draymond probably being the biggest one. He's always barking at somebody in a good way because he wants to win, and he wants to win every possession, and he wants to win every single game. Home, road, doesn't matter. And I like that. I like that fieriness that everybody has. Tonight was one of many, so we want to get a roll.
2 winners obsessed with one thing, victory. Butler told ESPN, Draymond doesn't care about stats or spotlight. He just wants to win. I'm the same. I don't give __ about anything else. We'll never clash, 'cause we're built to win. Draymond called Butler a franchise changer, praising how natural their chemistry felt. Tom Thibodeau, who coached both, said their instincts and defensive IQ are off the charts. Off the court, they bonded, even over dominoes. Butler learned the game from his late father, wearing number 3 in his honor, while Draymond had waited 9 years for that challenge. 3, leadership. Butler brought calm to chaos. Assistant coach Ron Adams, in his 32nd season, said he steadies everyone, especially late in games. He's made Steph and Dre better.
I applaud Jimmy. Jimmy looks great. He's looking like the best player in the playoffs so far. This is where the dogs come out. Jimmy is a dog.
Butler's poise in crunch time was unreal. That triple-double against Toronto when Curry went down, it wasn't just a good game, it was a statement. 16 points, 12 assists, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. He took only 1 shot in the 4th and still won the game with defense and control. But regular season hype is one thing. Playoff pressure is another. The Warriors entered the play-in as the 7th seed. Butler exploded for 38 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals against Memphis. His best game as a Warrior. They advanced. Then came Houston, the number 2 seed. Everyone expected a sweep. Instead, Golden State punched them first, 3-1 lead. Houston clawed back to force Game 7, but the Warriors closed them out on the road. Buddy Hield caught fire, draining 14 threes across 2 games, joining Curry, Clay, Dame, and Bane in the record books. Butler was the rock. Then came Minnesota. Game 1, Warriors win. Then disaster. Curry's hamstring. No Steph, no chance. They lost 4 straight. But even in defeat, they proved one thing. They could actually win without Curry. Something unthinkable before Butler.
Come on, man. We pivoted to Jimmy Butler. You're doing great.
Oh, Butler has been giving these guys a lot of juice. And you know the one thing he does is underrated? He getting free throws. They're not living by jump shots now. Jimmy's averaging over 10 free throws a game since he got there. That's making a huge difference.
I'm starting to pass a little bit, and they knew that I was coming here, that I was going to be playing with Steph, my son right away. He's very excited about it. To be able to be on the floor with him and not have to chase him around and try to contest him and all that, it's something that's special for me.
Here's where it gets even better. Butler signed a 2-year, $121 million extension, locked in through 2027. Fast forward to October 2025. Golden State adds veteran big Al Horford to boost an already elite defense, 7th in the league last year. Kuminga re-signed after free agency drama, and Gary Payton too is back too. The core remains Curry 37, Butler 36, Draymond 35. Yes, they're older. Yes, time's running out. But they've proven one thing. When healthy, they can hang with anyone. Kerr says this year's team will slow things down. Butler's pace, not the run-and-gun chaos. More control, more mind games. And for those saying they're too old, remember, when Curry and Butler were healthy last season, they went 22-5, a 71-win pace. From February 8th onward, only OKC and Boston had better records. ESPN now ranks Butler 18th, 10 spots higher than last year, while guys like Paul George fell off a cliff. Marcus Thompson of The Athletic nailed it. It's all about whether Curry can stay elite at 38. And guess what? He can. Last season, he posted his best defensive impact since 2019. The man still cooks. This isn't just about stats, it's about brains. The Warriors didn't rebuild. They bet smart. They could have tanked. Instead, they traded Wiggins, role players, and the 19th pick for a top 20 player who flipped their season. That's genius. Chemistry sealed the deal. Draymond said Curry and Butler are the easiest stars to play with. When your best players sacrifice for winning, that's how dynasties are reborn. The best part? Proving everyone wrong. The media buried them. Fans mourned the dynasty. Even Kerr called them dead. But they rose. Jimmy Butler, the so-called locker room cancer, became their glue. The 35-year-old washed-up forward turned into a franchise savior. Now they're back as real contenders. Will they win it all? Maybe. Maybe not. But if you're still doubting them, you're making the same mistake everyone else did. Because when you count this team out, they make you eat your words. The Warriors are alive, dangerous, and far from finished. What do you think? Can this Butler-Curry-Draymond trio pull off one last deep run? Or does Father Time finally win? Drop your thoughts below. I read every one. And if you like this breakdown of the Warriors' resurrection, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another NBA story.